Welcome back guys. So in last video what we have seen that the problem was we were getting that concurrent modifications exceptions when we had read and write with the multiple threads, right? Now how that problem can be solved? See, we know that hash map is not synchronized. So when multiple thread will act on the hash map and when you will have read and write at the same time, you will have an issue. So how this can be resolved? So collections class has given one more class called concurrent hash map. So if you look at here, this class is the concurrent hash map class, and this class will help you to achieve when you have high level of concurrency. When you have a read and write at the same time, always use the object of concurrent hash map. Okay. So inside the concurrent hash map, you will have a lot of methods which you would have seen that in the map classes. It would be almost same except then few methods. But how this concurrent hash map works, like how this will not fail when the concurrent thread will act upon, right? So basically what happens is the concurrent hash map, how it works is, let me tell you. So in concurrent hash map, what happens if you look at this diagram? So ideally what happens whenever you create any object of map, there will be one bucket of 16 will get created, right? The bucket will get created of 16, and in beginning every bucket will have null as a value. Every bucket will have null as a value, and then the data will be added. So assume that you have a ready-made hash map which has a data. So you assume that you have a ready-made concurrent hash map which has a data. Now when you do read, you know what happens in this case? When you go and do a read, okay, when you perform the read operations in the concurrent hash map, it will not put a lock, it will not put a lock on these buckets. It will not put a lock, it will not put a lock in these buckets. So whatever buckets you are seeing, that it will not put a lock. But when you do a write call, when you do a write call in the concurrent hash map, so let's say you are doing a write call here. So when you are doing a write call here, it will put a lock, it will put a lock. So when one thread is doing a write call to this index 1, okay, if let's say one more thread came and even that thread has to write in the index 1, that concurrent hash map will not allow it, because it already acquired a lock on this. So once that this task is over, then only your second node will get added. Same thing will happen here. Let's say on second already one node is added, okay, like already on second index one node is getting added. Okay, so this second is already locked. See, second is locked. If this guy is locked, when again one more thread will come, and when it will try to insert one more, until and unless if this node creation is over, okay, this lock will not be removed, right? This lock will not be removed. Clear? That's how it maintains your concurrency, right? Because wherever any thread is writing on any bucket, okay, it will put a lock on the bucket in the concurrency. See, it will not put a lock on the entire bucket, okay, it will not put a lock on this entire bucket. It will never. This concurrent hash map will never put a lock on the entire bucket. It will put a lock on the segment, okay. It never puts a lock on the entire bucket. The segment means, for you to understand, you can understand like this. It will put a lock on the individual bucket. Whenever it writes, it puts a lock on this bucket. Okay, so you can see that right on the one index you have a 2 node. That means that when 2 thread came to write on this first index, whatever will acquire the lock first, he will write the data here, then he will release the lock, then only the second thread will come. So the concurrency will be avoided in the concurrent. And one more important point, people will ask you, it will never acquire a lock on the entire table. It will never acquire a lock in the entire table. That's how internally it works. That is the reason you don't see concurrent modifications exceptions in case of concurrent hash map. Again, in the concurrent hash map read call, in the read call it will not put a lock, because it's a read call, right? So on the read call it will never put a lock in the concurrent hash map. Only in the write call it will put a lock on the segment on the bucket. Okay, clear? Now let's come back. Now to overcome that, what I will do, I will comment this and I will uncomment the hash map. Nothing else I did, the same thing. I just created one concurrent hash map. Here the reference name is the same, so all thing will be the same. I just changed hash map to the concurrent hash map. Now let's run that and let's see that whether we have any problem or not. The same example whatever I have explained you in my previous video, same example, right? Here I will not tell you what does mean by thread pool, what does mean by execute, what does mean by shutdown. I will not go to that. I will not explain what is runnable because I have already told 2-3 times. So you can see that there is no problem. Okay, nicely your read and write both went fine, right? Why I am saying that both went fine? Because write is the one which is reading what you have written, right? You can see that. See, you have both kind of data A, B, which means both the thread was adding the data to your map and then it was reading the data. Now switch back, comment this, uncomment this. Okay, hash map. What will happen? Concurrent modifications, right? You got it. It is very clear for you, right? So whenever you get such kind of requirement in your project, the simple way is just make the object of concurrent hash map. There is one more way to handle the threading concept, right? Through collections dot synchronized hash map, which I'll talk later. But there are some advantage and disadvantage among this concurrent hash map and synchronized hash map, which we'll talk later. Here you just try to understand, if you have a hash map and when you have a read and write concurrency, when you have like high number of concurrency, go for concurrent hash map. This guy will take care, this guy will take care everything. Why? Because internally these methods are this all read methods are synchronized block wise. It will acquire a lock on the bucket, which I have told you here, bucket by bucket acquire. It will never acquire lock on the entire bucket. Okay, so what happens in case of concurrent hash map? Never acquire lock on entire bucket. Okay, never acquires a lock on the entire bucket. It always acquires index by index. That's how it works. I mean block by block, segment by segment. Now let me show you some more interesting things. So what happens is, this is all fine. I will go here in my hash map. I will add one. Okay, I cannot access like this, so I have to go here, add dot hash map dot put, because the reference variable, right, 1 and value is equal to 20. Sorry, it should be a string. Okay, yeah. Put a debug point here, right click, debug as Java applications, proceed. Okay, it is waiting in the debug mode. Press F6, it came here. Now what you do, you go to the window, show view, and go to the variables. Okay, window, show view and variables, click on that. When you click on that, variables will come here. You can see that variable came here, right? Variables are came here. Then you click on this, right? So when you click on that, this will be highlighted. You can see that this is so logical structure. You click on that. Now when you go to the OB here, and when you click on the service, forget about the service now. Okay, so you are here, right? Now do one thing. Okay, go here, you click on the OB and go right click and go to watch. Yes, so click on this OB after adding one record. Okay, click on the OB, right click and go to the watch. Okay, click on that. When you click on the watch and then click on this guy, show logical structure, click on this, right? When you click on that, what happens is there is a hash map. Okay, interesting, you can see that now. See this hash map you have created, right? When you created the hash map, that's what I was telling till today. What happens? One table will get created, right? You can see that in the memory, one table will get created with 16 data, 0 to 15, right? So you can see that this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's what I always mention. Whenever you create the object of default constructor, one table will get created. You got it? How to get this? It is pretty simple, straightforward. You have to run your program in the debug mode. Okay, always. After running the program in the debug mode, first you go to the window, go to the show view, click on variable. Okay, just do that. Just click on the variable. Then what you do is come back here, click on that, right click, go to watch, click on this watch. Once your watch will open, okay, let me make it big. Then you have here, you can see that show logical structure, click on that. When you click on show logical structure, you can see that, see your OB will come here. So OB is the object, so this is the object. Now inside the object, what you have inside this OB, you have dot hash map. So one hash map came here, okay, and now when you expand the hash map, let me make it big. Let me increase this, sorry. Okay, let's double click here. Okay, so this is the hash map, and sorry, I don't need to go to the hash map. Let me go back. So here you have a hash map, right? Here you have a hash map. So again, you click on this debug. Okay, click on this is the debug. This is the debug. Click on this debug. Go to variable. Either you can go to the variable or you can go to the watch again. So again, you can do one thing in this hash map. Here also you can do that. Click on watch. Both are fine. So when you click on watch, you can see that this is your map. This is your hash map, and where the table has gone, something I'm missing. Am I missing something? Yeah. So again I clicked on this logical expressions, right? When I again clicked on okay, sorry guys. So what happens is when you see, when you look at here, let's say this is highlighted, which means the table will not get displayed here. So you can see that this is highlighted. So when you click on that, now see this is not highlighted, this is gone, right? This is not highlighted. You can see that the table structure here, right? Second time also you can see that when you go to this hash map, second OB hash map, see again you can see that the table structure which is here, right? So you can see that the table structure. That's what I always say, this is the bucket, and whatever record got added, this is your node. Okay, this is your node, right? So clear? With this you understood how you have to handle these situations. Whenever you have a concurrency, more concurrency, always make object of concurrent hash map. This will handle your multiple threads. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this.